Of all Israel's celebrated prophets, Isaiah is the king. The writings which bear his name are among the most profound in all literature. His prophecies, which foreshadow the Messiah, are considered to be the greatest, and most scholars consider his predictions to be one of the clearest examples of God's foretelling of future events with precise detail. But Isaiah's world was not one full of sunshine, happiness, and flowers. He faced incredible opposition. The times were bleak. War was everywhere. The kingdom of Israel, which had been united under Solomon, was now divided into the northern kingdom of Israel, also known as Ephraim, and the southern kingdom of Judah. The Assyrian army was on the move, expanding in every direction. As depicted in ancient reliefs, the Assyrians were merciless. Their enemies lined the roads like human shish kebabs. Women and children were taken into captivity or brutally killed. Infants were dashed headfirst against walls.
And so it's into this setting that Isaiah receives his call into ministry. Now, the name Isaiah, or Yeshayahu in Hebrew, means the Lord is salvation. And that's what Judah needed the most, salvation from the invading armies. Well, as Chabad.org puts it, Isaiah brought to king and people the message of the holiness of God, the Lord of hosts, at a time when idolatry seemed to be taking hold in the land of Judah. He preached justice and charity at a time when the morals of the people had reached a new low. Isaiah's mission was not only to admonish the people to keep them on the right path, he also instilled fervent faith in God in the hearts of his flock, and he brought them courage and fortitude at a time when they were suffering mortal fear from the threat of the new Assyrian Empire. Isaiah also described in glowing terms the future glory of Zion, which inspires our people to the present day.
And not only does it inspire the Jewish people, it also inspires all of us,
Absolutely.
the Gentiles,
Yes,
who got grafted in. Well, to gain a realistic perspective of what Isaiah was facing, we must travel back in time to ancient Judah and look at the events which were taking place around him. Isaiah lived in Jerusalem. He was married and had 2 sons whose names connected directly to prophecies he gave. Shear-Jashub, his name signifying a remnant shall return, that's from Isaiah 7:3, and Mahir-Shalal-Hashbaz, which means hasting to the spoil, hurrying to the prey. That comes out of Isaiah 8:1-4. Isaiah prophesied during the reigns of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah. And as you'll see, each of these kings of Judah had varying degrees of submission to and trust in the God of Israel.
Now, according to rabbinic literature, Isaiah was a descendant of the royal house of Judah and Tamar. That comes from the Babylonian Talmud, Sota 10b. He was the son of Amos, not to be confused with the prophet Amos, who was the brother of King Amaziah of Judah. The Talmud tractate Megillah 15a tells us that. Amaziah was the father of Uzziah, which would make Isaiah the cousin of King Uzziah. And it's here with Uzziah that we'll begin in 2 Chronicles chapter 26. It reads like this. 16 years old was Uzziah when he began to reign, and he reigned 52 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name also was Jechaliah of Jerusalem, and he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father Amaziah did. And he sought God in the days of Zechariah, who had understanding in the visions of God. And as long as he sought the Lord, God made him to prosper. That's 2 Chronicles 26, 3-5.
If you enjoyed this clip, please feel free to check out the full version in the link located in the description panel below. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel. You can also connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. As always, help yourself to the diverse array of teachings located on this YouTube channel or on our website at glc.us.com.